Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch His Dog Material Season 2, Episode 3. Before beginning, yes, I have my eyes, which is like that, a little red. It was really worse yesterday when I reacted to Fear the Walking Dead. I slept with my contact lenses, during the night. Ta-da! It ended like that. It's getting better, but maybe you can see that my eye is not like usually, it's a little red. Don't worry, there is nothing wrong with me. I just forgot, to take it off on Sunday night, and we are on Tuesday, so that's why it's like that right now. I'm sorry if it's disturbing for you. Same than yesterday, it's really a sunny day, a winter sunny day, so I had to close my blinds a little so I wouldn't burn, like that, so that's why you have this little effect on the wall. Again, I'm sorry if it's disturbing for you. About this season 2 of His Dog Materials, I really love it. So far, I really love it. The little things that I didn't approve during the first season, I have the impression that they erased it, or maybe more that they worked on it, which is so great, which is giving me the impression, as a fan, I was not the only fan who had some issues with some little things into the show, and really I have the impression that our voices were heard. Of course, one of the big things that I didn't like during the first season was the fact that they introduced Will so quick, even if I understand why, even if it was a way to have him directly into the season 1, even if I understand the fact that they wanted to make parallels with Lyra and Will, I understood all of that, but I would have preferred to have him later, to really have the time to connect with Lyra. I didn't have it, but that was, my opinion. That was not a little detail, that was a big thing for me. Of course, I was not gonna have that issue, with the season 2. But about the little details that I have a little issue with during the first season, it was the fact that we were not seeing the demons so much. I wanted more time with them, and I wanted also them to be really represented as characters. They are characters, they have their own personalities, and they are talking with each other and they are doing stuff. And I had the impression that during the first season they discussed about the demons, about the importance of the demons and all, of course, for Mrs Coulter experiences and all, but they didn't talk enough about the fact that they are characters, and even if how they were treated during the season 1 was so much better than how they were treated during the movie. But with this season 2, right there, for this question, the demons, they are considered as characters. Just the fact that Pan is talking like that with Will, that Will is paying attention to Pan, that Will, is taking care of him, like, do you need to eat and stuff like that. It's really the way for the writers to consider Pan as a character. And same for the demons, the witches demons who were talking to each other, and in fact we didn't have a lot during that moment about the witches talking together, but really it was the demons talking together who helped us, to understand the scene, to understand this fight, to understand the opinions of each witches. That's it, with these two scenes. If I was not a fan of the books, with these two scenes, the writers made me understand that there are characters, the demons, they have thoughts, they have a personality, they are considered into the show and into this world, this universe, as characters. And because of the fact that I'm a fan of the books, I love that they are putting that into the show, and I think that they are repairing, that little thing that maybe they didn't get during the season 1. And we have other things like that, we have other little details which puzzled me a little, just a little, during the season 1, that they are getting right during the season 2. Between the two seasons, I have the impression that they worked on these little details that maybe the fans of the books didn't approve or maybe were bothered a little about. They worked on that, the writers. And I really love that. I have the impression that my voice, our voices were heard, and that's great, you know, when writers can improve, you know, just because of fans' opinions. I really appreciate that. And also because for some persons it can be little details, but for us it's important, you know, so I'm glad. And that's helping the show, you know, to be so great for the second season, because it was already an amazing show for the first season, but with this second season it's getting better and better because of these little details which were changed, and also because of the story which is getting bigger, you know, because of the fact that Will and Lyra met. During the first episode I was such a fangirl, you know, I was shipping them so much already because I know what's gonna happen next, and I couldn't help myself than to be excited as a little girl, as a teenager anymore. I tried to control myself during the episode 2 and I succeeded. Most of the time I succeeded. I was excited, but I controlled myself, you know, when she met Mary. When they went, you know, to the cave, they went to the cave. They tested the cave, you know, with Lyra. I controlled myself. I was excited and I showed you how much I was excited, but I was not fangirling and all. And same during some of the moments with Lyra and Will, when he took care of her, you know, when she was hurt and things like that. I was excited, but I controlled myself. Then they went on that park, the botanical park, and they sat on that bench. Really, I kept during the editing the moment when I understood that, and you can see into my eyes my mood changing from joy and excitement going really to tears and crying and emotion and that's the bench. And for those of you who read the books, I think that if you are watching my reaction videos, you read the books. I know that I'm telling a lot of spoilers about the books, so again, I said it a lot during the season 1. If you didn't read the books, maybe don't watch my reaction videos. I think that you can find a reactor who didn't read the books, and that's a reactor for you, because really I'm gonna tell spoilers. I'm not gonna control that. I want, you know, to be honest with my reactions and to tell things, you know, that I loved into the books and that are or not into the show. So I'm not gonna control that. I'm not gonna change that. So again, I prefer to inform you. If you are a fan of the show but not of the books, maybe go somewhere else. So yes, if you are there, you know what that bench is, and see, I'm getting emotional just to think about it again. That's an important place for the fans, for Lyra and Will. Of course I was gonna get emotional, and they've got me with that, and I couldn't help myself but being emotional during that moment. So I discussed about it with one of you on the comments who told me, why are you controlling yourself? Be excited if you want to be excited. You know that we are like you when we are watching the show, we are fangirling, we are getting excited about stuff and all. I don't know, I think that I found during the last episode the good mix for my emotions. I'm gonna get excited during scenes, but I'm gonna try to not get too excited, especially when it's about little things, you know, on the show, but for me, which are big things. But for big things like the bench, like stuff like that, you know, which are that important, I'm gonna live fully my emotions. Don't worry, I'm not gonna be able to control myself during this moment, so of course I'm gonna show you them. I'm gonna do that, you know, trying that mix. And I think also that the more I'm gonna see them, you know, Will and Lyra on screen, the more I'm gonna get used to it, and maybe the less I'm gonna be fangirling like that. if they are not doing stuff which are gonna make me shipping like that. But see, I'm gonna get used to have them on screen together. For now, I'm not there. I think that I need maybe the half of the season to get used to just have the two of them on screen. But yes, so far this show is really great. I love the fact that we are with Will and Lyra. I love the fact that we are also with the witches, with the magisterium. Okay, that's an awful place and all, but I love the fact that we are seeing their side of the story and how it represented into the show. It's so great, like I said during my review of the last episode, with just the architecture, you know, of the place, the colors and the musics. They are putting us, you know, in a tension, in, you know, a mental state, you know, we are like that just with these things, just with the atmosphere, you know, that they are creating, and that's so great. Same for Mrs Coulter, and same also with the witches, with just how they are dressed, with the places where we are finding them. With the musics, we have an atmosphere. That's so great for a show to be able to do that so quickly, to put us into that atmosphere in just some seconds. That's only, you know, great shows which can do that. So yes, so far I already loved the season 1, but I love even more this season 2. I have the impression that, like I said, they corrected the little details that maybe were not enough, were already good, but they corrected them to be better even during this season 2, so I really love this season 2. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking right now and let's go for this episode 3. I'm so excited each time that I'm watching a new episode of this show. I'm excited. Let's go!
The magisterium will pay for their crimes.
You're so beautiful, really, my dear.
The world depends on the child. We must find Lyra before anyone else does.
Aww.
But first, we need to find out more about Dust. Your worship.
See, that's one little detail that I really love. Keep talking about Roger. We know that it's important for Lyra, for the story, so I'm glad that they are doing it. That place is really like I imagined it here into my mind. Oh, do we have the same hair today, Lyra?
Please cause me. I call ye and declare ye now. Return.
I don't get that. I can't remember a moment like that, you know. Like I said, I read the books, but it was a long time ago.
Do send more news of our boy.
Lyra, you awake? We need to talk to the Elitiometer again. Lyra!
Not there, my dear. Let's try it again. Yes!
Hello. I'm D.R. Walters. I'm interested in a visitor.
We don't like him already.
Are you in trouble? Do you need help?
Sorry to keep you waiting. It was just...
Can you both step into the office?
I don't want a full moustache.
That's my girl. See? This louse was really my teenager louse.
What's your name?
Lizzie, what's yours?
I'm Inspector Walters. Where are you from?
She knows how to lie.
You're staying in Oxford.
Lizzie is welcome here anytime.
Do you understand?
You know that there is something wrong,
What's your
Mary.
name?
Yes, he is. He's...
You know it, but you said too much.
From the museum.
We don't like him neither.
Actually, yes.
And I clearly don't like your car. Bag, stay close, please. And you don't rush your car.
It's on your right hand side. Pull it across you.
He's describing it, you know, to her because he knows that she doesn't know what a seatbelt is.
Just let me out. Please, Mr. Maxwell, let me out. Thank you.
Till next time.
The alliciometer. Check.
He's stolen the alliciometer. He was nothing but a thief.
I said that we don't like him. We know that.
Lean, tough, curious about everything.
You know where he is?
You know, he was a geologist.
They all know him.
Said Grim and survived that trap.
That's great news. You tell me anything else?
He worked at the observatory for a while.
Be careful, my dear.
Okay, if I've got this right, you should be able to make words and I should be able to hear them. Is Lyra safe? One word, yes or no?
Calm, Mary. You're not in that peaceful state.
Lyra!
No, clearly no.
What are you doing?
Now I remember where I saw her. Game of
And then
Thrones.
it's finished backwards.
King in the North.
It'll be a ghost or something, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if it's haunted.
It's a person.
The Tony Deli Angeli. Belongs to the guild. No one knows much about them really, but my brother says they're this group of men who know important stuff. Need a plan. You're almost a grown-up and you know what that means. Won't be long for the spectres are after you.
Not now. He needs to do stuff before that. You need to breathe, Mary. Maybe use... We know who is a snake.
Wow. This is something.
Hmm.
It is.
Ah,
That.
that's your demon?
Can't do anything about that? You work here?
Is there? She's really like...
Yes. Dr. Hammond, could I ask you about a Dr. Stanislaus Gruen?
Somewhere up the Yenisei River. Why do you want to know?
So he is alive.
Dr. Stanislaus Gruen is a heretic.
Mm-hmm.
Will you be most helpful? You better get going. Whether it be what it
By
is.
their questions shall we see the serpent gnawing at their heart.
See?
Yeah.
A child.
Can't say River though, that's...
You're not careful enough, Lee. He's talking to everyone, asking all of these questions. Of course it was gonna end up like that.
Dr. Haley. You damn fool. Why did you do that?
Dr. Gruen is an enemy of the Majesty.
We love him already.
And so he...
No, I don't like that when we are seeing a demon, you know, disappearing.
He didn't give us a choice. You
Yes.
didn't shoot to kill.
Is there any place left? At the damn magisterium.
How did I infiltrate him?
Lee.
Forgot, didn't you? No. I would never forget my favourite niece and nephew coming to visit.
Yeah.
What's going to happen if you take some time out from work? A break could lead to that breakthrough, couldn't it?
I love the fact that we're spending time with Mary, you know, all alone, that they are creating these scenes. We need that to connect with her.
What are you doing disturbing us like that?
Maybe if it wanted someone took it.
But we need it. Without that, we'll never find my dad.
I know.
Also,
No, that's not right.
it's not the same bench. I'm not emotional.
And I went to see the Scott police were there asking about you.
Do you have any idea who took it?
The card that he gave to you on purpose.
The police believe it was both. We have to hide this dark.